Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about the another cell organelle, that is plastids. Yesterday we are already studied about the plasma membrane, what is their structure, what is the chemical composition, and what are the functions of a plasma membrane. So today let us study about the plastids. See, it is the a type of cell organelle, means the plastids are a types of cell organelles which are found in mainly eukaryotic organisms. These plastids are the term plastid was first coined by a person called as a Skimper. His name is Skimper in the year of 1885. It is a large cytoplasmic cell organelle which synthesize and store the carbohydrates. Plastids are broadly classified into two main types. One is a chromoplast and another one is a leucoplast. See, based on their color composition, the chromoplasts, the first one is the chromoplasts, are subdivided into three types. One is chloroplast, second one is pioplast, and third one is the rhodoplast. So the first one, chloroplast, it is a green color, contain chlorophyll pigment, present in mainly higher plants and also green algae. All the green part of the plant and some of the green algae are consist of a kind of plastid, what is called as a chloroplast. It is a green in color. And second one is pioplast. It is a dark brown color, contains phycoxanthin, present in brown algae, mainly diatoms and dinoflagellates. And third one is the rhodoplasts. It is a red color, contains phycoerythrin pigment, present in red algae, that is a rhodophyceae members are mainly consist of the rhodoplast plastid. And second one, leucoplasts. These are colorless plastids. The main functions is store food material. The main function of the chromoplasts are in a different way. They are meant for the synthesis of food substance in the plant species. Some of them are green color, some of them are brown color, and some of them are red color. As like some of the plastids are there, they are not having any color pigment. They are colorless plastids. These colorless plastids are mainly having the function like store the food material. These are classified into three main types. One is amyloplast, second one is elioplast, and last one is the proteinoplast. The amyloplasts, they are colorless plastid, present in the cotyledons. Mainly they are present in the cotyledons, even though in the region of endosperm. What is the storage of these plastids? Means amyloplastids store the starch. Amylo, it refers to it contains the protein, the content of carbohydrate, that is a starch they are stored. Elioplasts, like colorless plastid, found in the epidermal cells of some of the families like Achidaceae and Liliaceae members. It store mainly oil. Amyloplasts store the starch and these elioplasts are store the oil. Like another one is proteinoplast. This colorless plastid found in seeds and nuts. Seeds and nuts are consist of the kind of plastid what is called as a proteinoplast. They mainly store the protein as a stored food substance. They store the protein. These are the two main types. One is chromoplast and another one is the leucoplast. Again I repeat here, Chromoplasts are three main types. One is chloroplast, green in color, pheoplast is a brown in color, and rhodoplast is a red in color. And another type is leucoplast. It is a colorless plastid, mainly stored the food material, which are classified into three types. One is amyloplast, elioplast, and proteinoplast. The amyloplast is meant for the storage of starch, and elioplast is meant for the storage of oil, and last one is the proteinoplast is meant for the storage of protein acid. Next one is the structure of chloroplast. See, what is the structure of chloroplast? It is the ultra structure of diagrammatic representation of grana and thylakoids here. See the structure of chloroplast here. What is the content of this chloroplast? In the structural region, let us study. The chloroplast, of course, they are green, discoid, self-propagating bodies in the cytoplasm of cells. Chloroplasts are different in their shape, like some of them are cup shape, example for that is Chlamydomonas. Some of them are spiral shape, example Spirogyra. Some of them are girdle shape, example is Lothrix. Some of them are star shaped, example Zygnema. Some chloroplasts are network shape, example is Oedogonium. You know the cup shape, like a spiral means it is a spring shape, girdle shape, and a star shape, of course you know the star shape, and a network shape, it refers to thread like, it is a web like or net like a structure. These are the shape of the chloroplast. And then chloroplast, their size of the chloroplasts varies in plants, mainly in higher plants, like 4 to 5 micron in their length and 1 to 3 micron in their thickness. How many numbers of chloroplasts are present in the plant cells? They are ranges between the 20 to 40 numbers of chloroplasts are present. Then each chloroplast contain two membrane, like outer membrane and another one is the inner membrane. In between these two there is a space called as a periplastidial space, which filled with the fluid substances mainly involved in the process of synthesis of ATP during the time of photophosphorylation. I think you heard there are the two different kinds of photophosphorylations that takes place in chloroplasts, like one is cyclic and another one is the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So in that where the reaction center is there, in that there is a synthesis of ATP by the utilization of light energy. That light energy utilization by chloroplastids are the consist of the thylakoids. Inside that thylakoids there must be a presence of some of the pigments which are mainly involved in the process of photosynthesis. Chloroplast consists of two main parts in the interior. Those are matrix and grana. The internal part or interior region, it consists of two different parts, like one is a matrix or stroma and another one is a grana. In stroma or matrix, it is filled with the colloidal substance. It is a transparent and proteinaceous in nature, contains enzymes, double-stranded DNA and 70S type of ribosomes and even though starch grains. Then grana, it is the structure which enclosing the piles of coin-like structures called thylakoids. These thylakoids are arranged one above another in the form of a stack of discs. The structure which is called as a granum. See, the grana, it refers to, it is the structure which enclosing the piles of coin-like structure. Those are called as a thylakoids. These thylakoids are arranged one above another they forms the stack of discs. The structure is called as a granum. See, this is the structure of granum. See how the thylakoids are arranged one above another. Then the cluster of this arrangement of thylakoids one above another to form the cluster, that cluster is called as, that group is called as, that structure is called as a granum. Then the thylakoids of adjacent grana means between the two grana, the interconnected by branching membranous tubules, which is called as a fret lamellae or stromal lamellae. Means the thylakoids are, there is a grana, see here, the grana which are interconnected to one another. In that there is a formation of a one organic connection between the two adjacent grana. So that is called as a fret lamellae or stromal lamellae. The thylakoid membrane contain minute spherical particles. Those are called as a quantasomes. Each quantasome is made up of chlorophyll molecules and carotenoids. The one quantasome, which is formed by the about 200 to 250 numbers of chlorophyllic molecules, they forms one quantasome. Those quantasome particles are the spherical particles present in the region of lumen of thylakoid. It absorbs, means the chlorophylltic molecules which absorbs light for the photosynthesis. Hence quantasomes are the real photosynthetic units, present in the chloroplast. In the chloroplast they are present in grana. In grana mainly they are present in the thylakoid. Then what is the chemical composition of chloroplast? See, the chemical composition of chloroplasts, one is proteins, it is about 35 to 55%, lipids about 10 to 30%, carbohydrates is a variable, chlorophyll is about 9%, carotenoids is about 4 to 5%, and another one is RNA, DNA, and some of the minerals are also present in the chloroplast. Chloroplast contains three types of pigments. There are the three different kinds of pigments are present in the chloroplast. One is chlorophyll, that is chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E, even the F is also there, etc. And carotenoids, in that carotene and also carotenols, that is xanthophyll. And another one is phycobilins, mainly they are present in the lower plant species like algae. Those are phycobilins. Phycobilins are two types, one is phycoerythrin and another one is the phycocyanin. Phycoerythrin is the red pigment and phycocyanin is the blue pigment. Then last, let us study about the functions of chloroplast. So what are the functions of chloroplast? Of course, the first function is protein synthesis. As a chloroplast contains DNA and ribosomes, it synthesizes some of the proteins in the region of the matrix. Because of matrix is consist of the a little or trace amount of DNA and some of the 70s type of ribosomes are present, so which are involved in the process of protein synthesis. Then second one is storage of starch. Chloroplast temporarily store starch during daytime in the pyrenoids. Where the pyrenoids are present in thylakoids are meant for the storage of this starch at the time of day, while at the night time the starch is transferred to region of where the growth takes place in the plants. The transformation of or the transfer of starch substance during the night time at the region of where the growing point of the plant body. Then oxygen supply. Chloroplast utilize carbon dioxide for the photosynthesis and they release the oxygen. This oxygen is used by all animals and also plants. The next one is cytoplasmic inheritance. The DNA present in chloroplast express certain characters in the organisms because of DNA is act as a genetic material, hence it expresses some of the characters in the organisms. It serves as an extra nuclear genetic material. As an extra nuclear genetic material, the transmission of characters by extranuclear DNA is called as a cytoplasmic inheritance. Remember the word, the cytoplasmic inheritance. Example for this is Mirabilis jalapa is a best example for this one. And next one is next function, photosynthesis. Of course, you know the photosynthesis is the vital biological process takes place in plants organisms manufacture glucose with the help of chlorophyll using light, carbon dioxide and water. The process is called as a photosynthesis, which is chemically represented as follows here. That is a 6CO2 plus 6H2O, which leads to formation of a glucose, that is a C6H12O6 plus oxygen, that is a 6 molecule of oxygen. In presence of light energy with the help of chlorophyll, there is a process takes place in the plant that is called as a photosynthesis, which process takes place in the region of where the chloroplasts are present. And next one is the photosynthesis is consist of, there are the two different kinds of reactions that takes place because of it is the metabolic process. In that there are the two reactions that takes place. One is dark reaction and another one is a light reaction. The stroma is the site of dark reaction. In this reaction, carbon dioxide reduces into carbohydrates. Dark reaction it refers to in absence of light acid. And next one is the light reaction. It takes place in the grana, is the site of light reaction. In this reaction, light energy is trapped by chlorophyll molecules present in the thylakoids and they generate the ATP molecules by means of photophosphorylation. I already told you that is the one is cyclic and another one is the non-cyclic photophosphorylations takes place. With the help of light energy, there is a synthesis of ATP molecules. So during the daytime, that reaction is called as a light reaction. So all of these are the functions of chlorophyll. Thank you.